It's Madden NFL 22, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Raiders and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like two losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
One-loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 15 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes over the middle, completes this to Ward. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in now.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Got some room at the 30, and he'll be out right at the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now Edwards-Helaire trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First down and more for Edwards-Helaire. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Mahomes firing complete. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. That catch good for only a couple. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Carr. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Let's go. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it is the Jets who are in command at halftime. Tony Pollard, potentially on his way to a giant afternoon. He has 3 touchdown runs in that first half. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. The Bengals were winners last week. They're looking to get to 2-0, and they lead at home. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half, and they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these 2 teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Taking it about the 1.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. That's complete to Ward. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll get this to Ward. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive 1st down plays.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Mahomes now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Mahomes again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes our score 17-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, it's Carr.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Carr to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On 2nd and 10, Carr. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
But it'll be 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down. To throw is Mahomes.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Mahomes rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hand.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.